Hi there. It's May 25th and time for Proverbs 25. Let's jump over there. Now, these are, it says in verse 1, these two are Proverbs of Solomon, which the men of King Hezekiah of Judah copied. Okay? So these were said by Solomon, but Solomon didn't actually write this chapter. Let's begin. It is the glory of God to conceal a matter, and the glory of kings to investigate a matter. As the heavens are high and the earth is deep, so the hearts of kings cannot be investigated. Now this was back when God personally appointed the kings, and there was usually a prophet to oversee things. Verse 4. Remove impurities from silver, and material will be produced for a silversmith. Get that out of here. Remove the wicked from the king's presence, and his throne will be established in righteousness. And we've talked about this before, about removing impurities from silver, gold, and metals, how it's heated up in a furnace and all the bad stuff floats up, and painful process. 6. Don't boast about yourself before the king, and don't stand in the place of the great. For it is better for him to say to you, come up here, than to demote you in plain view of the noble. Well, this was always a wise saying. If you're at a function and you think you're important and you go and sit up front, okay, and everybody's there, and then somebody else shows up and you find out you're sitting in their seat, and then the host has to say, oh, yep, sorry, your seat's back there. You have to get up and walk back in front of everybody. It's better to sit in the back and then like, hey, come on up here where you belong. That's this whole meaning of this whole thing is to be humble, okay? Just be humble. 8. Don't take a matter to court hastily, otherwise, what will you do afterward if your opponent humiliates you, or if you lose your case, right? Make your case with your opponent without revealing another secret. Otherwise, the one who hears will disgrace you, and you will never live it down, right? Better off going to people in private. 11. A word spoken at the right time is like gold apples in silver settings. A wise correction to a receptive ear is like a gold ring or an ornament of gold, right? Something spoken at just the right time. Most of the time it's better just to be quiet and listen, but sometimes you can say just the right thing. 13. To those who send him, a trustworthy envoy is like a coolness of snow on a harvest day. He refreshes the life of his masters, right? A good employee. People love good employees. Somebody you don't have to worry about. 14. The one who boasts about a gift that does not exist is like clouds and wind without rain. Now that's said different here than I've heard it in other places. But this is making a pledge, okay? Like the telethons they used to have on TV. You make a pledge, and then you never pay up on the pledge that you made. Okay? Clouds without rain. 15. A ruler can be persuaded through patience, and a gentle tongue can break up bone. Like that. Words are very powerful. If you find honey, eat only what you need. Otherwise, you will get sick from it and vomit. Right. Seldom set foot in your neighbor's house. Otherwise, he'll get sick of you and hate you. Right. That's a good one, huh? That's a good one. Don't wear out your welcome. Right? Don't wear out your welcome. 18. A person giving false testimony against his neighbor is like a club, a sword, or a sharp arrow. Trusting an unreliable person in a difficult time is like a rotten tooth or a faltering butt. Right? Somebody who lies about you? Plenty of those out there, huh? Just look anywhere. 20. Singing songs to a troubled heart is like taking off clothing on a cold day, or like pouring vinegar on a soda. Or singing songs is like making light and be joyful around somebody who's, hurting. It's not a good thing to do. 21. If your enemy is hungry, give him food to eat. If he is thirsty, give him water to drink. For you heap burning coals on his head, and the Lord will reward you. And Jesus talked about this, loving your enemies. 23. The north wind produces rain, and a backbiting tongue produces angry looks. Yeah, plenty of those out there, huh? 24. Better to live on the corner of a roof than to share a house with a nagging wife. Solomon said this kind of thing often. 25. Good news from a distant land is like cold water to a parched throat. Right? We could use some of that, huh? 26. A righteous person who yields to the wicked is like a muddied spring or a polluted well. Right. What is it that the righteous people are saying now? Never give up. Never give up. Right? If you're a righteous person, never give up. 27. It's not good to eat too much honey or to seek glory after glory. Glory or their glory. Yes, don't toot your own horn. Yeah. 28. A person who does not control his temper is like a city whose wall is broken down. Right. Control your temper. Okay. So that's 25. They're getting shorter as it goes on. Let's check our highlights here. We highlighted 4. Remove impurities from silver, and material will be produced for a silversmith. All right. And it goes on. Remove the wicked from the king's presence, and his throne will be established in righteousness. Don't hang around evil people. Right? Right? 6 and 7. This whole thing says be humble. Okay? Don't boast about yourself before the king, and don't stand in the place of the great. For it is better for him to say to you, come up here, than to demote you in plain view of a noble. Right. It says it different in other versions, Don't take a seat at the front. Sit in the back and wait to be called to the front. It's better than being say, sorry, this is somebody else's seat. I highlighted 14. The one who boasts about a gift that does not exist is like clouds in wind without rain. Right. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And then you never do. Happens. And part of 15. A gentle tongue can break a bone. Right? Words are very powerful. More powerful than anything. 17. Good advice. Seldom set foot in your neighbor's house, otherwise he'll get sick of you and hate you. Right? Wear out your welcome. 21 or 22. If your enemy is hungry, give him food to eat. If he's thirsty, give him water to drink. For you heap burning coals on his head, and the Lord will reward you. Right? Love your enemies. Jesus said this a lot. Love your enemies. And highlighted 26. A righteous person who yields to the wicked is like a muddied spring or a polluted well. There are people who have been won over to the dark side, right? If you're a righteous person, never give up. So, there you have it. That is Proverbs 25 for May 25th. Nice Saturday. See what we're doing in our through the Bible in a year. Psalms. We're reading a lot of Psalms today. So there you have it. That's one for today. Have a good Saturday. Relax. Don't do too much. Stay out of the heat or the cold or wherever you happen to be. So until next time, stay humble. See ya.